Kuna ile single unateseka, but there is an affluent single. So Butita ni kidi, but single yake ni ya kids. So Butita will be invited for an event and learn. Kuna ile single unateseka.
Now, has been trending for the most part of the day. This is a video that Njugush was performing in Australia, but people were just listening as a lecture hall. Sawa sawa. That was what people said. Now, the funny part of it is this video is only long. The length of this video is only 12 seconds. Me, on my personal own understanding, this video was a way of a strategy of marketing. Sawa sawa. These guys are comedians and also they are business people. Any opportunity they get, it's going to be a business or a comedy for them. Their buddies, Butita, Njugush, Abel Mutua, all of them come together to criticize each other. Saa zote they do that. But this one, sure they did it themselves. That was a blogger's. They wanted to show that Njugush in a flip-flop akiongelea Butita. Now this is what happens when you come between two friends who are talking ill of each other. If you come together, when you find me and my friends calling each other names and you try to support one of them, then you're going to fall bad. And to me, this might have been showbiz to Njugush and Butita so that they can sell the links, the njugush.ke links that they are selling to, for which has TTNT1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, Juacali was just minding his business. So a post doing that Njugush was not doing okay. And he decided, you know what? This might be my assumption. You know what? Eh? Well, maybe I've done some, maybe this is not okay and it's tough. And he decided to share his own story. Akasema Njugush si funny. Only for that to land to people who support him and they know the kind of comedy Njugush makes. Njugush is not just like any other comedy. His way of comedy is very serious and very different. It's a serious kind of comedy that you should have brains to understand. Not only one laughs to every joke you hear. That is why there'll be Kikuyu comedian, there'll be Kisii comedian, there'll be Luya comedian, and those comedians they cannot make people who listen to English comedy laugh. If you bring someone who's a Kikuyu comedian, an English part, they'll try to make the jokes in English, but they all flip flop. Sawa sawa. So Njugush is a good person, yeah. So I'm sure hii labda hata ni Butita alikuwa amepanga. Hii labda hata ni Butita alichukua kape blogger mmoja post so that it can trend. Only that Juacali was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And kilimpata. Now this story has turned out to be not about Njugush anymore, but about how Juacali, a legend, is coming out here to bring down people who are trying to do well in the industry. And this is what has happened. So many people have come to criticize Juacali for that. So many people. But amepatikana by the amepatikana vilivyo. You can see Juacali tried to apologize for the first time. He said, he came and said, uh, he talked to Abel Mutua, and Abel Mutua said, just from a length called my brother Juacali. Kosa ilifanyika, but kosa sio kosa. Kosa ni kurudia kosa. Apologies ni kufikisha mgeni. See mind, we can now put this behind us and forge forward. Pia ukitaka nafasi ingine, ukitaka nafasi pia ingia pale njugush.ke, at least pesa Njugush na Celeste naonje pesa yako kiasi, au sio? See? Alafu Kate Christ akakusema hauja, akasema wacha tufikirie. So many people have come forward to talk about this issue, sawa sawa. And before it all went down, Butita alikuwa hapo mbaya sana. Here's what he did, eh? Here's a video he posted playing Juacali music, and he destroyed the disc. That clip was a clip from a music video. Many people have come out to talk about it, and I have seen even Juacali apologizing again, sawa sawa, and that's a good thing. If ameona kitamramba, by the way, you need to, if you do something wrong, please make sure you try as much as possible not to annoy people, because these people, if you annoy them, yeah, it's not good at all. So, and he have also apologized again. I've seen him apologize again. Yeah, I've seen him apologize again. And this is something else he said. This was this was the first apology. Nimekuwa a huge fan of stand-up comedy as an art from ever since nione the great Richard Poyle. Kama video tapes here hii ni kitambo. Then Eddie Murphy came along, killed it on the stand-up stage. Kuna similarities mob, but now the difference between musicians, stand-up comedians ni sisi wanamuziki the content mara moja and we can perform it on stage hundreds of times. But with comedians, you have to be constantly creating, because ukirudia joke mara mbili si joke tena. Stand-up comedians have to have a huge team of dope writers ndio special ikuwe na structures. Example of dope writers wale na wajua ni YY na Butita. I'm the one who encouraged Eddie Butita to do 1 hour special when we were on a flight to Dubai a few years back. Create content ya 1 hour constantly si rahisi, lazima ukuwe na team. Noma karibu. Stand up comedy and should be very clever, witty, to the flight to engage the crowd, and also have a certain swagger stage. Kujirusha kwa hii art form, you should study the great kama the king of comedy kwanza, Benny Mark, Steve Harvey, Martin Lawrence, Jimmy Fox na David Chappelle. Wale ni beast kwa stage. Stand-up comedians should always tell stories za mtaani. This story will forever remain king. Na ni msiongee kutumia curse words, msiogope kutumia curse words. Hii ndio raha ya stand-up. Sasa wacha nisibonge mob. I will big up all the comedians pushing the art, e.g. the comedy riot. Fans wa Njugush na Njugush, poleni sana kama tweet ya jana ilikamutash. Hiyo haikuwa intention. Napenda skits za Njugush na ni vile tu stand up ni ball game ingine noma, but pole pole with practice Njugush will be one of the greatest. Let's come together. Stand up ni art form, inataka patience na a lot of resources kama tu music industry, but done right hapo kwa ndo kuruka. If we put our heads together tutatoboa. Have a good day watu wangu. He's not the only apology, he has made another apology and Jugush has tried to talk it out. Amesema, you know what, let me not give Juacali whatever he wanted. I will not give him the airplay he needed because people are going to ask me. You guys, you know what? You just go and buy the link at www.jugush.ke. And before I conclude, I also want to tell you this. Also, usiangalie vitu hazikuconcern. We are selling cars. Eh? And if you need a car, you can call 0711 738 169. All kind of cars. Ukitaka tunakupa. Just go there, look for whatever you want, including tankers and canters and other lorries. If you want a car, just call this number, request the kind of car you want, and you will be called back or you'll be given some feedback after a few. The kind of car you go to, the specific car you want, and you'll get the kind of car you need. Thank you so much for this amazing time. Remember to subscribe at Salta V Empire, and we'll meet in the next one.